What up, what up, what up? Stream title, will I get to 1K YouTube subs today? That's the question, man. That's the question. All right, all right, all right. Get a little bit more ambient volume in there. Yeah, buddy. All right. What are we going to do today? I think I need to... there's a lot of stuff going on, though. See some red lights. We got any red lights over here? We're green all the way down. Got a yellow, couple yellows. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. We should have no issues with coal. So this must be a fuel problem. Yeah. I mean, technically we shouldn't have fuel power anyway. Or fuel problems. Looks like it's just slow to get in there, huh? Kind of watch and see how it goes. Yeah, so I mean that is kind of an issue. Let's see what's going on here. Did I like mess something up somewhere maybe? I mean probably not, you know, I'm so good at this. Okay, so you're getting this one. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay, you're filling out. You're filling out enough. Could it really be? I mean, is the packaged fuel an issue? Do I need more? I mean, I guess the lines aren't like 100% saturated. What does the first one have? I guess we could make more canisters. Yeah, I love how much movement there is. This is such a cool system, man. Yeah, I mean, even the water is not fully saturated feeling. All right, well, let's just do what we got to do. Tab. There we go. We'll just throw a whole stack in there. There we go. And the load balancer seems to be working really well. I haven't noticed any kind of backups. And even though I'm like saturating one line here, because it splits it out, it's like no problem, you know? But we still got little gaps down here, which makes me feel like I can put more into the system here. It's all working pretty nice. I think we have extra water, so not an issue there. These are all the right lifts, right? Just make sure I didn't mess anything up in here. I think it's fine. I don't even know how many canisters this is going to end up making, honestly. Let's see. So 2 to 1, so this should make what, 400? 400 canisters? So then 800 canisters total? Right? Or is that crazy? I mean, we have some gaps in the water still. And that makes me feel like what's going on here? Okay, you should see this should be working at 100%. I wish you could like reset the efficiency. But I see the efficiency going up. How are we doing? How are we doing? And I always like to check this up at the end of the line because I feel like that's where the, you know, it's like the least amount of stuff. Like this side should be full. Okay. See, like that's full, but this isn't full. Well, I guess we can see. So what are we doing today? What are we doing today, chat? We are trying to make things look better. I think I actually want to get rid of these. We have to, you know, get any kinks out of the system. Ideally, we see this have a positive, a net gain. I mean, maybe not ideally, right? I guess as close to 0 as possible is ideal. But we look to be doing it okay. What's nice about these, I guess you could do it with the pipes too, but you could just like flush these. See now, what is going on here? Oh, we got ads. We got ads. Pause for ads. Just watch the fluids go for the ads. Pause for the ads. Hey, Two Town, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Damn, it's a lot of fuel generators. And what's funny is like, I could have made more. I completely like messed my math up. Maybe I should, I don't know if I have the belt speed though, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. I was going to say maybe I should look into not touching the infrastructure, but like the actual machines, but overclock everything to accept more materials, you know? All right, ads are done. Let's roll. God, I got so much like random stuff on me, man. Whatever. All right, do we have yellow lights still? No. No. Yes. So let's check out this line. What's going on in here? Now I know this is the one. This one has some extra. So this should actually be the. See, like this is only 75%. I can only imagine that there's just not enough canisters. 89%. So like this should be at 100. Yeah, okay. So the fact that the first machine in the line is at 100% efficiency and it just kind of gets worse. 100. 100. Okay. Can get it. Hold on. 98. Okay. Yeah, this just has to be a canister throughput issue. I think I just added like 400 more canisters. How are we doing? I mean, we still have... Well, I guess actually no. On these two lines, we're not having gaps in the canisters anymore. But on this one we are. And this is the one that has and game this is kind of crazy for what you have to do. Trust me, I have been watching and looking at the end game stuff, and yeah, this was already, I mean, I already messed up the math here. At least I messed it up in a good way, because I underestimated what I can do instead of overestimating. But geez, I can just imagine how much crazier it's going to get. Like tier 9 stuff, that just seems insane. Nuclear power, nonsense. I mean, we're making everything, right? Like, we don't have yellow anywhere else. Okay, I think we're good. Working on nuclear right now? Yeah. Well, that's kind of like... That's like kind of like what I was debating to myself, you know? Because I could just make this plant bigger and effectively have enough power to finish the game without going nuclear at all. But I feel like you just kind of have to go nuclear, you know? Like, why would I skip out on a whole part of the game, you know? A whole frustrating part of the game. Okay. So what I need to do today, a couple things. Maybe you see my little list on the side there. I need to research some stuff, actually. That should be easy enough, actually. I need to decorate a little bit. I need to research all this high-speed connector stuff. I don't think I need more than a stack, though. Okay, so I should only have a little bit left in here, right? Okay. So that'll run out soon enough. Did I have a MAM? I did, but it's no longer here. Okay. Let's build this MAM. We need to do this stuff, right? Specifically this. Okay, so this needs AI limiters. AI, boom. Beams. Quick wire. I got high-speed connectors. Okay. Let me make a save real quick. Get my little notes out. All right. All right. 17-2. So let's get this power stuff. Get it out of here. Oh, wait. I made circuit boards. I haven't even made high-speed connectors. Dang it. High-speed connectors. What do you need? Oh, I just got to throw a manufacturer down, huh? What is the easiest one? Probably the default, huh? Just because I have all that stuff kind of handy. Oh, okay. I guess I'll just build that over here. Once this is done... Look, you got some space right here. Yeah, we could do that. Drop a little manufacturer down right there. And we're going to want these guys. Okay, so I'm just going to get all the quick wire I have. So that's 2,000. That's not a lot. A couple stacks of cable. Just get it all. It's fine. And then should make a super gross belt. Yay. And then I guess I'll just do some like gross. I hate doing this, honestly. But I feel like I have to. Just to get something done, you know? Yes! Alright, so you're going to just be all of my cable. And you're going to be all of that. And then we just power this on, right? And we'll just output. I know for a fact I'm going to run out of stuff. But this kind of leads me into what I need to do in this biome, right? So first off, I need to do this thing. This is going to be like my little power control room for the Blue Crater Lake. So what I want, I'm going to have like a maybe a hypertube or something to get up here. But or maybe like a sky bridge or something. You know, connecting out. You can kind of see what's going on here. And this is where I'm going to put like the priority power switches, and eventually like tier 9 time we're going to put like a teleporter and stuff in here. But until then, we're going to just build this room and have other stuff. And then from that, right, so from here, I'll have the priority power switches all set up. So I think you can probably do nested power switches, maybe? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like have a priority network within a priority network? Maybe not. But the idea, and I got to figure out the design of this too, honestly. How am I going to do this? How do I want to design this? Well, okay. So the idea is I need to build a battery bank somewhere. Somewhere in this biome. I need to build a large battery bank. Kind of large enough to keep this infrastructure running. So all of these machines, the factory that's up there, that factory right there, and then all the little miners associated with all this, right? To charge this, I have obviously like the fuel plant, but I also have the geothermal. I just need to make sure that the geothermal, so the 2 up there, 2 or 3 up there, and this one here, are all connected to each other and then into the power bank. Right? Because that's, I think, the only way that you can get around the fluctuating power. Right? But that alone, I think, is about, I don't know, 1,800, maybe 2,000 megawatts at peak. So what I want to do is kind of have the power go into the batteries and the batteries go into the machines. Although I don't know if it has to be that deliberate, actually. You know, I wonder if I just put it all together behind a priority power switch, then it is fine, right? But the idea is ultimately in the main base, right? So over there. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. We're gonna keep it noontime. The idea is that we're gonna have an actual world power room, a power control room in the main base, where all of the biomes and all of the factories are going to be on subgrids. I don't know how I'm going to set that up. I've never set that up before, but it should be doable, right? So do that. Figure out how to wire everything up. And then get rid of those guys, right? The random power towers that I have just on the ground, and actually get power back to the main base and back to everywhere I need in like a nice manner, you know? So I can get stuff off the ground, like that stuff right there. Like, what are you doing down there, you know? But first, I think I'm going to build a blueprint. Let's build a blueprint. And we're just going to put batteries. Okay. Probably, I don't know, see how many we can do. 5. Oh, I'm at a wire? Who runs out of wire, man? What kind of engineer is that? I need 100. Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, while we're building that up, let's go scout locations. Okay. I'm thinking, so this right here is purely to run electrical to wherever I end up needing it. I was thinking maybe putting a battery bank like under here. You know? Because there's a little bit of infrastructure I need to consider or plan for. Number one is trains, right? There's a lot of raw resources in this biome that we're not going to use in this biome. Like quite a lot. Iron, copper, quick wire, all kinds of stuff. Like what even is this right here, you know? Like what are you? Yeah, see, iron. And that's a pure node? A pure iron node. So we have all of that. And so I want to get some trains up at a certain point, at a certain level, and kind of get that stuff going. But like, see, like, look at this. Like, what is this, right? It's just kind of clipping, and I haven't even put anything on these. My goodness. So yeah, so a lot of resources, right? A lot of resources that we need to get out of here. And I have to design the train network for this biome to, number one, be substantial enough. And then number two, to be able to connect easily enough to the rest of the world. And I think what I'm going to do, right? I think I'm going to come up here. Slowly but surely. We have a couple options, right? We have this pathway right here. Really, what I need to ultimately do, I hear like a Mercer or something. I don't know. So I kind of need to figure out a couple things. I guess it's not super, super important, but it kind of also is important. I need to figure out where I'm going to have the trains kind of unload everything in this area. Right? Haven't even touched it. I haven't been out of the Blue Crater Lake in like 20 hours. Okay. So what we do have is the gift of height. Height is no problem for us. So what does that mean? Like we got that stuff right there too. We haven't even grabbed. So this is this is a spot. This is definitely a manufacturing area. And then over here is where the base itself was going to go in some capacity. So at what level do we put trains? Well, where does this go? Like, I know we have this cave here. Is there anything in this cave? How do I not know? Oh my god. Except for 1,000 spiders? Alright, bring it on. Damn, how many shots do you take? Apparently only 2 if you actually hit them. I guess my deficiency is just get good. So the whole reason I'm even looking into this, and I guess we could have trains at different levels. So maybe, I don't know. I'm struggling with one of 2 ideas. One of them being having like a global train network. And the other idea being having a bunch of regional train networks. You know? I see people do mostly like a global rail that goes all the way around. And then they just kind of end up with a... You know, they just veer off and veer back on as necessary. Okay, so there's uranium in here. 100 billion more spiders. A purple sluggy. See, I knew there was something else. Go on. Go on. You got played. Congratulations, you played yourself. Dude, these are the worst enemies of any game ever. My god. I don't even know where the big one is. And they're drawn to sound? That's terrible, man. Okay, so I mean, what is this node anyway? Normal uranium. Okay. I don't know where the big one went, so I'm just gonna ignore it. I mean, this is a pretty straight through cave, right? This to me screams train tunnel. Oh god, of course there's a big one. Got him. Hey, you see that? Oh, I'm like camo mode. What do we got? What do we got? Whenever... Where am I on the map? Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm about to come out. Nope. Nope. Ah! Ah! Jesus. I also don't have that much ammo, so not ideal. Where are your corpses? Thank you. Wood. Okay, might as well grab this. Okay, so there is an exit. Thank God. I don't know. Maybe I can do a big roundabout around the space elevator with trains. That could look kind of sick, actually. But then I have to have... Okay, so hold on. This comes all the way out here. From here to all the way over here. Well, that's a little disappointing. But, I mean, there is still stuff out there, right? One area we haven't really explored yet is the Dune Desert either. There's a ton of resources out there. Is there oil out there too? I don't know. I know after this, like when I complete phase 3, I know a lot of the phase 4 stuff, like I'm going to need a lot of aluminum, right? So that's a thought. Hopefully none of the spiders have respawned while I'm doing this. Dude, you can just go so long with this biofuel, man. Okay, so this still doesn't give me a good indication on on where to do this stuff, though. And if you do a crazy roundabout, then you're having to deal with like signaling, huh? One of my initial thoughts was to maybe build on this level right here. Let's see. So if we just kind of came down like so. And I don't know. I think we only need to be a couple tiles up. So if we're about here, that should give enough space to maneuver trains around. The other idea is that we have the trains up higher. But I don't know. I don't know if we like that, you know? Let's see. I guess there's also the idea that we can use multi-leveled trains. The idea of doing a big roundabout is kind of cool, though. What does all this stuff need? Just pipes and beams, huh? And then freight platforms. I feel like never mess with these either. How do you curve these things? Okay, so like we need to practice, man. I've never used these before. Okay, so if I'm like here, I know that if you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So if I have something here, and I come out straight X distance, right? I know that if I go from there to here, that's like a nice 90. But can I expand this radius to be a nice roundabout for various trains? And really, do I like this level? That's the main question, right? Because what do I need to do? I need to bring in a bunch of resources, offload them, logistics them around, and get them to various machines. I mean, do I want... See, the problem is if I don't... The farther away my train stations are from their end goal, the more belts I have to do. And when you start having like 45s and non-45 angles, running the belts gets kind of messy, right? Belts are really good in 90s. So what if I go over here, right? What if I have trains at this level? Maybe some space issues for all the stations, right? But I could potentially run trains right up that way. You know? Do I like that? Okay, hold on. We got ads. Pause. We got ads. Casual ads. Casual ad break. Come on, ads. Twenty second countdown. Five seconds. Let me do this. Let's get these uploaded, huh? You know, I should get these uploaded too. And I'll throw circuit boards in there. Why not? There we go. No more ads. Okay. So one option is we bring trains like this way. I mean, we always have the ability to go high. That's never really a problem. In fact, maybe we should just build up and go from there. You know what I mean? I just go all the way up. Get myself up. Suckers. Oh, they're so mad. They're so mad for no reason. Wait, I hear something. What do I hear? A respawned Mercer Sphere? A respawned Summer Sloop? Am I being blessed again? I am being blessed. There you go. I heard you. I heard that. Okay. So I have this level. So if I make train stations about this high, that's a fairly straight shot into the Blue Crater Lake. Right? I can kind of run along this way. Ah, you know what? That's starting to feel a lot better. A lot better of an option. Okay. Let's build up to here. Let's see what it feels like. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Perfect. All right. Now, is this on the world grid? This is the world grid. Oh, that's not bad. All right. So, I guess what I want to do... No, you know what? I wanted to space the floors out a little bit evenly. Oh, I should. If I don't do it and I make this a weird height, it's gonna bother me. Okay, so I'm doing about what? So 9. Okay. Okay, so right there. Boom. Easy. Easy. And why am I doing 9? Because you should be able to fit like a refinery and stuff right in there. No worries. All right. So then that should be easy enough. Easy enough to see as we get higher. You can make it. All right. So now where is the next floor? Jeez, that is high. Of course we're on some rando floor. Or rando height, right? How does this look? I mean, we can change height. So I shouldn't worry about that, right? Let's make this bigger. Okay. Are you right? Yep. All the concrete. Just use it all. And we'll just make some like really elegant elevation change or something, you know, when it comes time for that. Okay, so this is not on the world grid. So we will need to transition onto the world grid at some point. What is that? Oh, nice. So it's almost like a 45. I think that's actually perfect, isn't it? All right. So if we imagine, and I assume I'll have to go out farther, right? So I'm going to do this level that way as at least a train station that services the Blue Crater Lake. Or one of them. I have to decide. I wonder if I got that. I have to decide how many train stations we're going to do. How many lines. Because we have like quite a bit of resources, right? Let's see. I feel like I probably did get this, but you know. I see no things. Yeah. Okay, so we have, like, for example, all this iron. And there's some iron down in there, too. So we really have 4 resources. No, I don't want that. I want this. So we have BCL resources. We have Iron. Copper. Limestone. Caterium. These two, really these three, I think there's not that much of. Right? I should have saved that. Whatever. Okay. So, I think what I need to do now, I need to bring up a... Well, I'm going to blow this far rock up. You are not necessary. In fact, all of you are not necessary. And I resent your existence. Dude, really? Really? That is necessary? That much response? Dude, what? Yeah, you guys can just stay over there. Thanks. Really? That was insane. I didn't know these dudes had the most range ever. Jeez. All right, stay over there. Okay. So let's... How's this? Oh, nice. All right, so then what I can do... Let's put this 1 meter on. Let's figure out what angle this is. How can I do that? I'll use a road barrier. And let's see how many clicks it takes. Right, so if this is 90... 1, 2, 3. That's 45 degrees. What does that mean for us? Why is that important? Well, that means we can kind of aim wherever we want, right? So if I go about that, I can just kind of pop this guy in here, like so. And now I have a straight shot over to there. So what am I going to do with this? Let's use... Let me get a 2 meter here. I'm doing a 2 meter because I want to do a ramp. Very gradual ramp. This is very gradual and train friendly, I feel. So then, I mean, this level's probably pretty decent, huh? This feels so like off the cuff. Do I need 4 foundations wide? I feel like I don't. I feel like just the middle 2 will do. You know what? I'll leave the ramp at least. And I'll cut off this. And we'll just bring it back if we need it. Yeah, we'll just do that. And you know what, actually? God, sorry, I'm thinking about a lot of stuff while I'm doing this. Maybe we will have a world train to some extent. And maybe this will be the path for it, right? It'll just kind of, I'll hug it along the mountains and it'll kind of cut through there. But that'll just be, so it's going through like the main base and everything, like a main line, a main rail line. I think that could be pretty cool. Pretty neat. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this so I know that it's not... yeah, I'll just get rid of the whole thing. You know what? We don't even need to worry. Okay, so the idea is that trains will come up here, go along this way, and then if they need to, not if, when they need to offload stuff, I'll have stations along this side where they can, you know, say like one is outbound, one is inbound. I'll have them like come up and over and into a station. They can unload and then go back. Oh, I think we're figuring this out. The guy who's never built with trains in my life, is starting to get it figured out. Okay. Let's just throw these down. So we'll do this and this. Okay, you don't like this turn. Okay, let's do this. You know what? Let's just go down a little bit. Go down to about here. We're just gonna do this. Okay, we're not gonna do that. God, I know there's like a right way to do this stuff. That's going to be good enough. Good enough for government work. That's what I always say. Okay. So then now, what I need to do is find... Okay. It only likes... It only likes that. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's going to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to work. How far can we go? Okay, to the end of the world, apparently. Okay. I don't know how I managed to screw this up. We're supposed to be in the center. Center of the foundation here. Let's stick to the center. Oh, I see what it's doing. I see. Let's go a little bit farther. What if I do this? Where am I going? To the middle of this one? If I just make a straight track. Get rid of this. Do the same thing. And if I connect these, will that work? You better believe it'll work. That's what I'm talking about. And we transition down. Good enough. Good enough for government work. That's what I say. Okay. So I want this proof of concept down, though. Let's make more floors. Now, I will eventually... Yeah, see, I will need to turn with the terrain. Or with the rest of everything. We'll worry about that when we have to. Okay, so now, as somebody who's never dealt with trains before, how many stations do you need? Like, how many freight cars do you need per node? Like, what's the rule of thumb there? You know? Don't tell me I stopped there. Okay, let me look. Satisfactory. How many freight cars per node? Single train to fetch or of 8 pure nodes. 18 freight cars to assure that the miner's running 100%. Gee, do I just do one station per node, maybe? Can I combine nodes? Actually, you know what? Before I even do that, before I care about that, let's proof of concept it, right? So let's say we're going to have a train station. We're going to go out this way, right? I think that's enough maneuvering space. So let's say we do that. And let's say we're going to have 2 locomotives and 6 freight platforms. Oh, I can't even fit 6. Of course, I'm putting these all backwards, huh? Well, this should be... this is enough for now. This is enough to test what I need to test. I will then need to do... I will need to reattach this train to this. Okay, what's a good... Oh, you know what? I should do this. Okay, this one right here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we'll start here. And we'll attach the station. Did you attach or did you... Of course you went crazy. One, two, three. And then we'll do this. And I should be able to do that. Okay, so then the idea is that I could probably move this forward. Honestly. Train station. Line it up. Too short. Jeez. Picky, man. Okay, so we have that. We'll have empty this one. And then which way do I want all the stuff to offload? Maybe this way. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so freight platform. Okay. So yeah, that's simple enough, right? So then what I would need to do, this is going to give me the space for offloading, right? We want these. Maybe just like that. There. And we connect them both. All right. So, here, let me make a save, actually. Let's make this 17.3. There we go. All right, so I think this is easy enough. I think this is not. I can't get rid of the... Well, nothing will be coming this way, so I don't know why that path station's there. Or the switching station, I should say. Thanks. Okay, so a tile and a half is a really nice, a really nice space to put your transition. Seems to go really nicely on the stuff. Let's put you in there. Don't need you anymore. Okay. So now, I wonder if I should just cut straight across. You know? And make some, like, sick-looking, bridge or something. Then what I can do is have one of these, like this train, like branch off, maybe come to a station down there, have it come back up and out, and like get back on the train or get back on the line. And I'll just have all the iron come up here. That could be sick. And I'm trying to preserve as much terrain as possible. You know? Because I like the look. Oh, I need a drink. I also want to think eventually the world line, I guess, that we're going to do now. I want that to be kind of scenic, right? Like I've seen these videos where people just kind of like do like a train tour of their worlds. And I always think those are so cool. And I want to do one. I want to be like those cool kids, you know? Okay, so now what do I need to do? You know what I should do is set up sinks back at the main base, but okay, so like this is something that we're gonna need to make sure that we're still able to access. Maybe. I mean, if anything, I want to start kind of cutting that way. But I think this is on the world grid right now. Yeah, I think we're on the world grid. Okay. How dramatic of a turn can I make? You know, rather than making 90s, we'll like 45-degree turns, like a spiral. So I want to come all the way down and then spiral back up. But it doesn't need to be too much lower than where I am now. What is the height of those train stations? Well, I guess I could just do it down here, huh? Let's put some down first. Well, whatever. What is your height? Let's do some walls. So about 20 meters. So I need at least 5 or 6 foundations of space. Okay. Where about do I want this station? Maybe like right in here, huh? So if I do 7, 6. What is it? This is on. This is only a 4x4. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so then I need to figure out like what these are. Okay, so that's 480. Where else is there iron? You know what I should do actually? Let me plop down a radar tower. I have power that I could just snake. Of course. I'm going to put these down in other places just for looks and function. But, yeah. Okay, so now if I look at the map. Dang, that's actually a pretty large. There's Sam over here? Huh. Oh, I can get these quartz nodes. And these 2 geysers. Okay, but I was right. So there's these 4 plus 2 more. So 6 total nodes. 7. I'm lying. There's 7. But that's a pure. Okay. So essentially I have 3 pure nodes worth of iron. I have this one. That's like a pure. These 2 are like a pure, and that's like a pure. Okay. Oh, on the radar tower? Dang. Look at all that. 4 summer sloops in this. Well, that's a huge area, though. Jeez. Did you ever go back to and recollect all your stuff? Or did you just let it exist in the world? Most of them? Yeah. As I see them, I'm grabbing them. I'm not going back. Now, do you have the same amount you had before, or are these extras? Like, did they respawn or did they disappear? extra. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm seeing too. I mean, well, it is what it is, but I'm not complaining that much. All right, so this is a 3-station iron. I have 6 though. So maybe I'll get... I have 1, 2... 2 copper. Geez, you know what? I could just get all of the stuff I need onto this train. Onto one train. I have 3 iron. Looks like 1 copper. 3 iron, 1 copper. When you counted after you found out about it, forgot how many using unlock, 697 to do it. Yeah. I thought I saw that there's about 3 or 4 extra hard drives. Unless you're talking about like spheres. Then I don't know the count off the top of my head. So 1, 2, 3 iron, 1 copper, 1 Caterium, 1 limestone. That's 6. Spheres? Okay. The question is it worth it to... Should I make like a sub-regional line? Oh, and then this iron I don't think is used. You can put gaps in the stations, right? To load stuff up. Like if I made a station right here and I had the first 3 cars, freight cars set to take iron, and then I went to another station and I had 3 gaps and then a freight car, it would put it in the 4th car, right? I feel like that's how it works. Huh. One car for one station, right? Okay. So then what I can do, maybe, is get... So I have 2 competing ideas floating around right now. The first idea is I have one station that the main train gets off the main grid, grabs everything, and goes back. And then everything is transported to the main station. So that's idea number 1. Put a platform or landing instead of a drop-off station. Right. Okay. So you can keep the gap so that certain things go into certain spots on the train. Essentially. Okay. But I just have to be careful with that. I have to make sure that I'm not just overwriting stuff and getting all willy-nilly. So how many cars? If I'm going to imagine that 1 pure node equals 1 car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 8 cars. And is it worth it to loop around? Maybe. Do I have room to loop around? I mean, I know I get those sushi belts by accident. Exactly. How would I want to loop around? So I could get all of this stuff. Now, if I load a car at one station and I go to another station and load the car with the same thing, does it stack or does it overwrite? Do you know? Come this way. Get like real low into there. Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that. And I mean, I guess I could test it myself. Get some satisfactory Mythbusters going. Okay, how can I set up a really easy test? The easiest way to test is probably just go to a creative world that I don't have set up. Let's see. This seems like such a good spot for stations, though. Like right down in here. Maybe, actually. If you have two stops that did half car each, you should have a full car. See, I want to believe that too, right? Like, rather than consolidating all of the copper, let's just say. Because they're across the map, or they're across the biome from each other. If I just pick up this copper now, go over there, and drop the other copper into the same copper car. You know, it should add, I imagine. Let's see if Google knows anything. Great car. Let's see. Hmm. 32 item slots. Blah, blah, blah. Fluids. I'm never doing fluids through trains. Train throughput. Blah, blah, blah. Is there anybody live right now playing like a known satisfactory person? Except for me. Oh, Kylo. Kylo's live right now. Maybe he knows. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I just bite the bullet and consolidate. It's not that far. This iron, though. This iron we're going to have to do something about. Well, I don't know. Actually, if I do a mass station down here. First off, how am I going to get back? How am I going to get back gracefully? I can go up and over to come down into here. And then maybe I can come back up the same way. That's a pretty steep incline, though. Oh, I don't know. This is going to have to require a little bit of thought. And I think I'm going to have to call it a stream here, though. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the good advice. the nuggets of wisdom that you've dropped on me. All right, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.